Hello, good afternoon, welcome. It's another Saturday. I'm Denny Harrington. This is Dead Air Football. Thank you very much. Score Saturday live. All the games, all the goals, we'll keep an eye on them as best we can. It's like Soccer Saturday, but worse. Pretty much. How are we? How are we all doing this week? My goodness. Anyone watch the video we did on Welsh football? Why there are Welsh clubs in English football? Go watch it now on YouTube. Well, don't go watch it now on YouTube because you might be on YouTube watching this. Watch this instead, unless you're on Twitch, in which case, hello. Lots of football news to bring you today. Ollie Palmer left Wrexham. He's gone to Swindon Town. I don't think he even came off the bench in Swindon's 3-0 win against Crewe. But one of the heroes of Welcome to Wrexham has left Wrexham. We'll recap some of the scores, including the Premier League scoreline. Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. And I got a message from a friend that said, Fulham have been dicked by the referee. So how true that is, I've got no idea. Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. João Pedro and Fernandes with the goals. 56th minute penalty and a, stoppage time. First half goal as well from João Pedro. Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. So it's a good win for Enzo Maresca's men. You may ask, what is our game of the day today? Our game of the day is a little football club that if you're a supporter of and you're thinking, I need a summer holiday, well, I would recommend a seaside town off the North Lincolnshire coast because guess what? They can't beat Grimsby. It's Manchester United versus Burnley. That's our game of the day. Mostly because it might be Ruben Amorim's last game in charge. Like Paul Merson thinks he'll walk. My money is he'll get sacked at some point this season. I think that's bound to happen. And if he does get sacked, you can write the word sacked across my massive forehead. Although it's mostly because I keep my fringe back because it's too long. I need a haircut, basically. The England squad has been announced. We'll chat about that maybe at half time. But let's recap the scores that have already, the games that have already concluded this afternoon. Starting in the Premier League, where Chelsea got a 2-0 win against Fulham. And in the Championship, at the Riverside, motherfuckers, Middlesbrough 1, Sheffield United 0. Queen's Park Rangers 3, Charlton Athletic 1. Stoke City 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. League 1, Cardiff City 4, Plymouth Argyle 0. Quite a defeat for Plymouth. And it's in the Yorkshire Derby, Doncaster Rovers 1, Rotherham United 0. And in League 2, Barrow 0, Fleetwood Town 1. So don't go to the nearest Fleetwood Town fan in your life and tell them lies, tell them sweet little lies. You don't have to because they've won 1-0. Crewe Alexandra 0, Swindon Town 3. Woohoo. Didn't even need it. Ollie Palmer, we didn't even need him. We didn't even need him. Although I'm very happy to have him on a 2-year deal. I thought it was a loan signing when I first got the press email from the club. I was like, oh, they've signed Ollie Palmer on loan. No, it's a 2-year deal. Shit. He's left Wrexham permanently. National League, the early kickoff finished Solihull Moors 1, Southend United 2. Your late offering in football, Leeds United versus Newcastle United, the battle of the Uniteds. Which one is more united? We're going to find out tonight, only on Sky Sports. And Brackley Town versus Scunthorpe United in the National League. Those are the evening kickoffs today. It's the battle of United, but which one is more united? Alexander Isak's probably not playing for Newcastle. Will he get that transfer move to Liverpool? We shall wait and see. We'll do a bit of transfer gossip at some point today as well, because the rumour is that Liverpool were going to bid 130 million, according to one of the back pages yesterday or this morning. Liverpool were going to make a £130 million bid for Alexander Isak. I'm not sure Liverpool need Alexander Isak, but you know what? If it stops a potential player, a very good player playing for a potential top 4 rival, and Newcastle, let's face it, they are at this point. Okay, they're doing the old Arsenal of finishing 4th, but still, you know, they're chasing that 4th place trophy, but still, they are a rival. And if you can take your top players from your rivals, then you're in good standing, aren't you? And West Ham absolutely having a mare of a time. Also knocked out of the League Cup midweek. So are Leeds United by Sheffield Wednesday in front of an near empty Hillsborough Stadium because the fans boycotted the match. What a what a game. The midweek EFL Cup fixtures were madness. And we've got the Champions League matches as well. The draw. I don't know why they do the draw anymore because it's not a group stage, but they draw the fixtures of who plays who, basically. And that is... I need to move slightly. There we go. There we go. Shall I move? Yes, there we go. They do the fixture draw, basically, so that teams know who they're playing. 8 games in the first round, isn't it? Ever since it's changed, my brain has never readjusted to the rules. Speaking of rules, we must talk about the rules of the stream. So we have a game of the day. That's Manchester United versus Burnley. If you hear this sound,
to give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline has been written.
Ironically, Gary Neville having an orgasm, presumably. It means there's been a goal in our game of the day, which is Manchester United Burnley. If you hear this,
goal!
It means there's a goal in one of the other Premier League matches, the other 3 being Sunderland, Brentford, Tottenham, Bournemouth, and Wolves and Everton. So if you hear the goal sound, that means that there has been a goal in the Premier League. So other than that, sit back, wait for the comedy, and when I ask, what is the comedy?
I don't know, Jeff.
He doesn't know, and my name's not Jeff Cammy. There is our one Cammy appearance. 3 o'clock kickoffs. Very close to starting. So let's go through the fixtures then. Manchester United versus Burnley. Sunderland versus Brentford. Tottenham versus Bournemouth. Wolves versus Everton are your 3 o'clock offerings from the Premier League. Championship-wise, Blackburn Rovers and Norwich City. Bristol City and Hull. Ipswich Town and Derby County. Millwall versus Wrexham. Will Wrexham finally win? Oxford United versus Coventry. Can Coventry thrash Oxford like 8-0? They won 7-1 last time. Can they win it 8-0 this time? Football in a car park. That's the Kazam. Portsmouth versus Preston North End. Sheffield Wednesday versus Swansea City. And Watford versus Southampton. Your League 1 3 o'clock offerings. Barnsley Huddersfield. Blackpool Bolton. Bradford Wimbledon. Burton Albion Luton. Exeter and Peterborough. Leyton Orient Northampton. Lincoln Mansfield. Reading Port Vale. Stevenage Wickham. And Wigan versus Stockport. A Greater Manchester derby, that one. And then your League 2 3 o'clock offerings. Barnet and Colchester. Bromley and Harrogate. Cambridge United and Newport County. Chesterfield versus Crawley. Grimsby Town. I wonder if they can win against Bristol Rovers. Milton Keynes, Walsall, Oldham, Gillingham, Shrewsbury, Accrington, Tranmere, Notts County. So those are your league offerings. There's 2 games, by the way, from the Scottish Premiership to keep an eye on. Livingston, Hearts, and Motherwell, Kilmarnock. Motherwell, yeah, she's fine, thank you. Right, let's get into it then. Our game of the day. I need to open up a separate tab for so I can keep an eye on that one. I don't.
Welcome to our audio.
Cool. Don't know what that was. Let's try that. Okay. There we go.
Welcome to our audio.
That should not be coming through. There we go. We're back. Temporarily, it's just my voice. Sorry about that. My mixer decided that it wasn't going to work properly. Right, there we go. We're back. Ah. Okay. Right, here we go. Right, I can't do what I wanted. But anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't need it. Don't need it. We've got a goal.
Goal!
First one in the Premier League, and it's for Bournemouth away at Tottenham. You can see the goal scorer on our video printer. 5th minute for Evanilson. Evanilson. There you go. It apparently cuts inside, unleashes a screamer. A screamer of a goal. 1-0. Bournemouth 1 away at Tottenham. 1-0 up. That's our first goal of the Premier League 3 o'clocks today. Our first goal of the 3 o'clocks goes to Hull City. They're 1-0 up against Bristol City. Joe Gelhart with the 3rd minute goal there. Stockport County have taken the lead in the Greater Manchester derby against Wigan Athletic. Jaden Freever with the 4th minute goal. Rochdale 1-0 up against Wealdstone in the National League. Aidan Barlow with a goal, and Gateshead 1-0 up against Aldershot Town. Also in the National League, Carl Hurst with the goal for Gateshead. There are FA Cup matches as well. FA Cup first round qualification today as well. That is to keep an eye on that, so I'll keep an eye on that one as well. Some of my local teams like Swindon Supermarine and Bassett Town Football Club are also involved. I'll keep an eye on that one. A postponement in the National League North is Kings Lynn versus Merthyr Town at the moment. There's also a delay in the Lincoln Mansfield kickoff. For some reason, I will get to that as to why that one's not kicked off at the moment. They're underway, 8 minutes. It was a turnstile issue, so it kicked off. There was a turnstile issue at Lincoln City, so they've only just kicked off, about 8 minutes delayed. So they are underway at Lincoln City. There was a minor delay. Oh, sorry, no, they haven't kicked off. There is still a turnstile issue. The central turnstile, there's been a police incident at Lincoln City. Kickoff at 3:15. 3:15. So that Lincoln game has been delayed. The Lincoln Mansfield game at 3:15. That will now kick off due to an incident, a police incident at one of the turnstiles.
Goal!
Everton have taken the lead against Wolves. Beto with the 7th minute goal for Everton. Wolves are in real trouble this season, I think. Although maybe not as badly as West Ham United. Yes, Everton have the lead in the Premier League away at Wolves. Partick Thistle 1-0 up against Wraith Rovers. Tony Watt with the 7th minute goal there. Eastbourne Borough have taken the lead against AFC Tottenham, which I believe is a National League South game. Macclesfield lead Darlington in the National League North. Robbie Savage's old club, Macclesfield. So 2 goals in the Premier League. Bournemouth 1-0 up away at Tottenham, and Wolves are a goal down at home to Everton.
Welcome to our audio commentary coverage.
Once again, don't know what that's for, but don't know why that's happening, but oh well. There's a chance for Southampton in the Championship. Watford 0. Southampton. Watford 0, Southampton 0. Southampton have a chance here. And it is a goal for Southampton. It's Watford 0, Southampton 1. We'll get the goal scorer in a moment. In our game of the day, it's still Manchester United 0, Burnley 0. Casemiro's just been hit in the face, so there's a bit of a stoppage there. Barnsley are 1-0 up against Huddersfield Town in a Yorkshire derby. Davis Keller-Dunn with the 9th minute goal. Colchester United 1-0 up away at Barnet in League 2. Jack Tucker with the 9th minute goal. Oxford City lead Radcliffe in the National League North. Crawley Town 1-0 up away at Chesterfield. Harry McCurdy with the goal. Former Swindon Town player. 9th minute goal. Good luck to him at Crawley. I hope he does well. Dorking Wanderers 1-0 up away at Bath City in the National League South. If you are watching the brand new series of Dorking Uncovered, it is back. And you can watch Dorking's antics and Mark White's antics on the Bunch of Amateurs YouTube channel. Cameron Archer with that 10th minute goal for Southampton. They lead 1-0 away at Watford. Watford 0, Southampton 1. Game of the day still Manchester United 0, Burnley 0. I wonder why we've picked that one today, given everything that happened to Manchester United midweek. Personally, I believe that Amorim will go eventually. I don't think he'll see out the season. I would be very surprised if he did. A reminder that Lincoln Mansfield game in League One delayed kickoff until 3:15, so a couple of minutes before that game kicks off, due to a police incident at one of the turnstiles. But whilst we have a lull in proceedings, Kings Lynn and Merthyr, a delayed kickoff there. That's just kicked off. So Coventry City are 1-0 up. May the goal rut continue for Coventry. They're 1-0 up against Oxford United. Haji Wright with the 12th minute goal in that one. Chelmsford City lead Chesham United by a League South as well. But that goal in the Championship. Oxford United 0, Coventry City 1. Now, when it comes to Coventry City, I will hold my hands up and admit I didn't think Frank Lampard was a good appointment. Yeah, I think a lot of us thought that Frank Lampard wasn't a good appointment. Turns out he's been an absolutely bloody fantastic one. And Doug King's done a very good job when everyone was like, why are you sacking the gaffer and replacing him with Frank Lampard, somebody that's failed in the Premier League multiple times? But to be fair, at Coventry, he's found a very good club. He's a very good Championship manager. I think he's proven himself. He was at Derby, although he relied mostly on Chelsea loanees there. But at Coventry, given their relatively small budget, I think they're doing very well. Will they get promoted to the Premier League? I'd love to see Coventry back into the Premier League. I think it would be an amazing cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake. Remember, they lost to Luton in their playoff final when Luton Town were promoted to the Premier League, which was also another great story given everything that happened to Luton. But everything that's happened to Coventry, of course, getting back into the Premier League would be the best finish for that story. Blackpool 1-0 up against Bolton Wanderers. It's an own goal from Teddy Sharman-Lowe on the 13th minute of the match. So let's recap what's going on in the Premier League right now. Chelsea 2, Fulham 0 with the earlier kickoff. Manchester United 0, Burnley 0 in our game of the day. Sunderland 0, Brentford 0. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Bournemouth 1. And Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Everton 1 at the moment. From the sounds of it, Burnley sitting deep against Manchester United. Burnley largely sitting deep against Manchester United. And they're just soaking up the pressure. It sounds like it. Bruno Fernandes going forward for Manchester United at the moment. An Mbeumo shot forces a save from Dubravka. So, Darlington have levelled it against Macclesfield. Jack Maskell with the goal in the National League North clash there. I didn't know in the Championship, one of the earlier kickoffs, I did mention it, but it didn't register in my brain, was QPR 3, Charlton Athletic 1 in a London derby. a big win for Queen's Park Rangers, given their 7-1 thrashing at the hands of Coventry City last week. So a huge goal, huge opportunity, and there's something in my eye. I don't know what it is. You wouldn't get this on Sky Sports. Queen's Park Rangers 3, Charlton Athletic 1. Yeah, a huge bounce back after that 7-1 defeat. How do you pick a team up after a 7-1 defeat while you win 3-1 against your local rivals? A goal for Enfield Town in the National League South against Slough. They're 1-0 up. Whilst there is a little bit of a lull in proceedings, let's recap some of the big news today, and that is that Newcastle United have completed a club record signing for striker Nick Watamendi. Nick Waltermead from Stuttgart on a 6-year contract. Well, they gave Isak a 6-year contract. I hope his agent is smart enough to put a buyout clause in that contract. 6 foot 6 inches tall, 23 years old. Could he be Isak? Well, he is Isak's replacement. So Isak's probably gone, and they'll make a profit. If you're just looking at those two transfers, they'll make a profit. If Liverpool's, if this bid, there's a penalty for Manchester United, so bear with us. VAR having a look because they believe that the United player may have fallen down outside the box of a Kyle Walker foul. Bristol City have levelled it against Hull City. Emil Rees with the goal, 18th minute, and Fylde are 1-0 up against Bedford Town in the National League North. That great northern city. So VAR, Kyle Walker pulls down the jersey. Player has fallen down outside of the penalty area. So VAR are having a look. We're going to stay with this. The ref is not 100% sure. The referee at the game is Samuel Barrett, and he's having a look at VAR to decide whether it is going to be a penalty to Manchester United. It is 0-0 in our game of the day between Manchester United and Burnley. Could it be a penalty for Ruben Amorim's side at the moment? Kyle Walker producing the foul. Mason Mount, he pulled on his shirt. So they are having a look at that. Oxford United have levelled it against Coventry City in the Championship. Will Lancashire with the goal on the 19th minute of that match. Aldershot Town have levelled it against Gateshead in the National League at the moment. Kwame Thomas with the 19th minute goal. And Kilmarnock lead Motherwell in the Scottish Premiership. DeGennaro Daniels with the 19th minute goal in that one. VAR still debating, still deciding whether or not it is a Manchester United penalty. Mason Mount pulled down by Kyle Walker of Burnley, so it could be a Manchester United penalty. VAR still being consulted in that one. Mason Mount fouled. Whether he was fouled in the penalty area or just outside, it's definitely going to be something to Manchester United, but will it be a free kick or will it be a penalty? VAR still having a look at that one. Goal in the National League. Altrincham have taken the lead against Eastleigh in the National League. Still waiting for that VAR decision. As soon as we get it, I will come back to you on that one. In our game of the day, Manchester United 0, Burnley 0. Mason Mount fouled as Old Trafford waits for the decision of the referee and the VAR ref to see if Manchester United will have a penalty against Burnley. As we await the outcome of that decision. Hornchurch have taken the lead against Chippenham Town in the National League South at the moment. Whilst we have a look at some of the games in Scotland, East Kilbride 1-0 up against Forfar in Scottish League 2. Kilmarnock 1-0 up against Motherwell in the Scottish Premiership. And Montrose 1-0 up against Peterhead in Scottish League 1. AFC Telford United have taken the lead against Spennymoor Town in the National League North. Still waiting on that decision. There has been a goal in the Premier League. And it is for Wolverhampton Wanderers. And Brentford have a chance as well. They're away at Sunderland. Brentford on the ascension as we still await that decision from Old Trafford. Whether it will be a penalty or not, we'll wait and see. But Brentford have taken the lead.
Goal!
2 goals in the Premier League. Wolves have levelled it at Molineux. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Everton 1. Hwang Hee-chan with the goal. And for Everton, they've been pegged back here. For Brentford, though, they've taken the lead, and it's Dango Atara with the goal. Dango Atara has scored for Brentford to give them the lead at the Stadium of Light. It is Sunderland 0, Brentford 1. There is only 1-0 left in the Premier League, and that's Manchester United and Burnley. VAR taking a very long time. The penalty has been overturned. It is a free kick. It is a free kick. So it is not a penalty to Manchester United. In fact, the referee who was going to give a Manchester United penalty has decided that Mason Mount dived and he's given a free kick to Burnley. So after all that drama, Burnley got a free kick which Dubravka has launched forward. VAR are looking at the Brentford goal. Brentford we have to rescind that goal from Brentford. It is offside. It is offside. It remains Sunderland 0, Brentford 0. Anthony Taylor ruling out the Brentford goal, the referee there. And Atara's goal has been disallowed. Sunderland 0, Brentford 0. So it remains. We have 2 0-0s in the Premier League. That's our game of the day between Manchester United and Burnley. And it's Sunderland 0, Brentford 0 after Brentford's goal was ruled out by VAR for offside. Mason Mount was brought down by Kyle Walker, but it was decided that he went down too easily. And instead of giving a Manchester United penalty or a Manchester United free kick, Burnley got a free kick from the referee in that match. Frantic. To Scotland then, Queen of the South are 1-0 up against Kelty Hearts. Curtis Guthrie with the 21st minute goal. Greenock Morton are 1-0 up against St Johnstone. Eamon Brophy with the goal on the 22nd minute. Montrose 2-0 up against Peterhead. And we told you about the AFC Telford United goal. Wraith Rovers have got a goal back against Partick Thistle. Dylan Easton with the 22nd minute goal in that game. We're underway in the League One game between Lincoln City and Mansfield. Police incident at one of the turnstiles at Lincoln Stadium, forcing a 15-minute delay to proceedings there. We are underway and we are 8 minutes into, approaching 10 minutes into that match. So Lincoln City, Mansfield have kicked off here. A goal in the National League South. Hemel Hempstead Town have taken the lead against Torquay United. One of the favourites to get promoted from the National League South would be Torquay United. They are 1-0 down away at Hemel Hempstead Town. In the Scottish Championship, Dunfermline Athletic have taken the lead against Ross County. Jeremiah Chikoa Mullen with the 23rd minute goal. Hornchurch 1-0 up against Chippenham. Henry Hearn with the goal. Ebbsfleet United with a goal back against Hampton and Richmond in the National League South. Still 0-0 in our game of the day. AFC Wimbledon have scored. They're away at Bradford City. It's League One action between those two clubs that came up from the League Two last season. AFC Wimbledon were the playoff winners. Bradford City going up automatically, but it is in Bradford. I was about to say the Don Valley Stadium. No, that's the old Rotherham Stadium. Valley Parade, that's what I was thinking of. At Valley Parade, it's Bradford City 0, AFC Wimbledon 1. And the goal was from Marcus Brownie for AFC Wimbledon. Maidstone United 2-0 up against Worthing. I believe that's a National League South game. Let's recap the Premier League scores, of course. The earlier kickoff was a London derby. Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. Currently in our game of the day, Manchester United 0, Burnley 0, Sunderland 0, Brentford 0. Now, Brentford had scored, but it was ruled out as offside in the end. Tottenham 0, Bournemouth 1, Wolves 1, Everton 1. Manchester United are in the attacking play with Bruno Fernandes with the ball at the moment, trying to work out where can they create a chance from this. And Mbeumo has had a decent chance for Manchester United today. But that is the closest they've come other than a penalty shout a little earlier on. Manchester United fans, eat your heart out. It's not a goal in your game, but it is a goal in the team that beat you midweek, because Grimsby, you can't beat them, but Bristol Rovers can, because Bristol Rovers have taken the lead. Bristol Rovers have taken the lead against Grimsby. Michaeli Southern Hales with the 27th minute goal. And there's been a goal. In fact, no, wrong sound effect. I've got to play this one. Martin Dubravka has put it in his own net off a free kick. It's Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. A free kick, a packed 6-yard box from a free kick. And, oh no, it's Cullen. Cullen. It was originally given as a, well, the script said Dubravka. It's Josh Cullen who's put it in his own net. So off the free kick, it is Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Dubravka tried to punch it away off the crossbar, and Cullen's put it in his own net. Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Sound of Gary Neville having an orgasm, as he would. Manchester United 1, Burnley 0 at the moment. So, own goal for Burnley. So, good news for Manchester United. They're 1-0 up. But bad news is that Bristol Rovers are beating Grimsby, who you couldn't beat on penalties. But Josh Cullen has unfortunately scored an own goal in that one. So, Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Aldershot are 2-1 up against Gateshead in the National League. Cameron Hargreaves giving the away team the lead, 26th minute gone. Livingston 1-0 up against Heart of the Midlothian in the Scottish Premiership. Lewis Smith with the 26th minute goal. And Buxton have taken a 2-goal lead against South Shields in the National League North. But at the moment, Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. So only one game left in the Premier League. That is 0-0. That's Sunderland 0, Brentford 0. Brentford did score, and then it was ruled out as offside by VAR after a bit of a VAR check. Manchester United also could have had a penalty as well. There is a delay in the National League North game between Kings Lynn and Merthyr. They had kicked off there. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but we will find out. Not the only game that's been delayed, which was the Lincoln City Mansfield game due to a police incident before the game kicked off. So it was moved back 15 minutes kickoff, but it is now underway 15 minutes into that match. Sounds like there might be an injury at the Burnley match. Kings Lynn Merthyr being delayed until delayed until 3:40. Apparently, there was a team bus incident for. You can tell it's non-league. There was a team bus incident for Merthyr Town. which is hilarious. Very non-league. So Merthyr Town's game was delayed. So 3:40 because Merthyr Town couldn't get to the ground in time due to a delay. Right, back to the scores then. Exeter City have taken the lead against Peterborough United. Jaden Wareham with the goal in that League One clash. Exeter City 1, Peterborough United 0. A reminder of the championship scores as Bristol City, they're level with Hull City at the moment. They're in the ascendancy though. Bristol City building up play and having a chance here. We'll come back to that one. Blackburn Rovers 0, Norwich 0. 1-1 between Bristol City and Hull at the moment. Although that might not be the case anymore. We'll come back to it. Ipswich 1, Derby 1, Millwall 0, Wrexham 0, Oxford 1, Coventry 1, Portsmouth 1, Preston 1, Sheffield Wednesday hanging on in there. It's 0-0 between them and Swansea, and it's Watford 0, Southampton 1. So there has been a goal for Bristol City. That goal coming for Bristol City. 2-1 now they lead at Ashton Gate. Anis Mehmeti with the 32nd minute goal. Bristol City 2, Hull City 1 then in that one. Lincoln City in that delayed kickoff has taken the lead against Mansfield Town, and it's James Collins on the 18th minute of the game, and Joe Wright has levelled things for Bradford City against AFC Wimbledon at Valley Parade. The home team were 1-0 down. It is Bradford City 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. Joe Wright on the 32nd minute. The hilarious story from the National League North that due to a team bus incident, the Merthyr Town game in the National League North with Kings Lynn is delayed. Try telling me you're non-league without telling me you're non-league. Stevenage have taken the lead against Wycombe Wanderers. A very disastrous start to the new season. Wycombe not having it their own way. It just feels like they've lost the momentum. There has been a goal in the Premier League, and it is for Everton. They've taken the lead again at Molineux. Ilmane Ndiaye with the goal on the 33rd minute. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Everton 2. It is 2-1 to Everton. They've taken the lead again at Molineux. Ipswich Town have taken the lead against Derby County in the Championship. Jacob Greaves with the 33rd minute goal in that game. You can see it on our video printer as well. So Nicholas Xerxes injured at the Burnley-Manchester United game. Mateus Cunha injured. So Xerxes off the bench in that one. So it is Manchester United 1, Burnley 0 in that one. Let's recap some of the football news whilst we've got a lull in proceedings. Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson is set to join Bayern München on loan with an option to buy, whilst Christopher Nkunku looks to complete a £36 million move to AC Milan, and reportedly signed a 5-year contract with the Serie A side to end his 2-year stay at Stamford Bridge. We'll have a look at transfer rumours a little bit later on in the stream. And in that Chelsea-Fulham game, VAR, the main talking point after that one. And in managerial news, Jose Mourinho no longer at Fenerbahce. He's been sacked after their defeat in the Europa Conference or UEFA Conference League midweek. Rumours are that he could go to Rangers. How the mighty have fallen. Crawley 2-0 up away at Chesterfield. Crawley Town, who's had a relatively poor start to League Two. Harry McCurdy with a second goal, and he seems to be finding his goal-scoring feet for the first time since he left Swindon the first time. So good for Harry McCurdy. He's well liked here in Swindon. And Crawley Town 2-0 up away at Chesterfield. Harry McCurdy with the 36th minute goal. Josh Fowler has scored for Queen's Park. They're 1-0 up away at Ayr through a penalty at Ayr United. Stevenage 1-0 up against Wycombe Wanderers. Churn Campbell, I think I told you about that one, but Stevenage 1-0 up against Wycombe Wanderers. They've just seemingly lost momentum from their attempts to get back into the Championship. Seemingly have lost momentum this season. Coventry City are 2-1 up away at Oxford United, which means I can sing one of my favourite football chants, which is do 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 football in a car park, because the Kassam Stadium is shit. Oxford United 1, Coventry City 2. Victor Torp with the 37th minute goal in that one. Red card for Huddersfield. Owen Goodman sent off on the 36th minute. I should have said red card, but for who?
I don't know, Jeff.
I'm not Jeff Chris Kamara. Yes, Huddersfield Town down to 10 men. Owen Goodman sent off on the 36th minute. East Kilbride 2-0 up against Forfar Athletic. Cameron Elliott with the 37th minute goal. Ross County have levelled it against Dunfermline Athletic. Ronan Hale with the 36th minute goal in that one in Scotland. Tunbridge have taken the lead against Farnborough in the National League South, if you're following Dorking Wanderers this season. And Bunch of Amateurs YouTube channel, as well as their brilliant Dorking Uncovered series, which is back for another season. And I need to go blow my nose, so bear with me. All right, sorry about that. Back now, we're back. That's better. Sorry, needed to blow my nose. Better, I can breathe. Red card for Bath City. They're at home against Dorking Wanderers. Harvey Wills Richards sent off on the 36th minute in the National League South. Dorking, by the way, have gone 2-0 up in that one following that red card. League 2, Cambridge United now lead against Newport County. Kelland Watts with the goal. Cambridge United 1, Newport County 0. Newport just avoiding relegation last season. If they are relegated, they wouldn't be the only Welsh club in non-league, because Merthyr Town are also there as well. Tunbridge Angels 1-0 up against Farnborough. I may have mentioned that one. In our game of the day, it's Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Unlucky Burnley, that goal. Conceded. It was an own goal for Josh Cullen coming off a free kick off the post. Manchester United, very good free kick from them. Goalkeeper Dubravka couldn't deal with it for Burnley, and I think someone's clearance hit Cullen, and it's bounced into the back of the net, so it will go down as a Cullen own goal, but very much unlucky. There's a chance for Portsmouth. They're playing Preston in the Championship. 40th minute gone in that one. Portsmouth 0, Preston 0, but there is a chance for Portsmouth here, and it has been converted. It is Portsmouth 1, Preston 0 in the Championship on the 41st minute. Portsmouth have the lead against Preston North End in the Championship. We'll return to that one once we've got a confirmed goal scorer. in that one. To Scotland, Edinburgh City have taken the lead away at Dumbarton. Robbie Mahone with the goal in that game. Reminder that there is only 1-0 in the Premier League, and that is Sunderland 0, Brentford 0. Championship, Bristol City have gone 3-1 up against Hull City in the Championship. It was 1-1 at one point in that one. The Portsmouth goal scorer has been confirmed as Andre Dozal. 41st minute goal, Portsmouth 1, Preston North End 0. We'll try and get you that third Bristol City goal scorer is Emil Rees again. 3-1 for Bristol City. And that is his second goal of the game in that one. A right-footed shot from the centre of the box. So Bristol City leading 3-1 away at home against Hull City, Ashton Gate. That'd be a great atmosphere today. So Bristol City 3, Hull City 1 is the latest goal to go in. Portsmouth as well, 1-0 up against Preston North End in the Championship. Thank you for joining me. This is Dead Air Media Football on YouTube, on Twitch. This is Score Saturday. Every goal, every game, all the goals in all the games. We try and bring them to you in a show that has been described by myself as shitter than Soccer Saturday. But at least we can swear and we can play some clips like
I don't know,
this.
Jeff. Show us the conference!
My favourite.
Show us the conference!
Yes, absolutely. Not right now, though, Jeff. Not right now. East Kilbride have taken a 3-goal lead against Forfar Athletic. Cameron Elliott with the 45th minute goal as we're approaching half time in the majority of the matches, apart from that Lincoln game, which was delayed. Tragedy of the Kings Lynn Merthyr game, which is now 3 minutes in because Merthyr's team bus was delayed in the National League North. Once again, tell me you're non-league without telling me you're non-league. So we've got a lull in proceedings. So let's go through some of the scores in the Championship. Red card at Blackburn Rovers, actually, to bring you. Sean McLaughlin sent off on the 44th minute. Blackburn Rovers down to 10 men in that one in the Championship. It's Blackburn Rovers 0, Norwich 0. Huddersfield went down to 10 men a little earlier. Well, they've just conceded a second goal away at Barnsley. It's Barnsley 2, Huddersfield 0 in the Yorkshire Derby in League One. Huddersfield down to 10 men in that game. Tranmere Rovers are on the attack against Notts County at Prenton Park in League Two. We'll switch back to that one in a moment. Norwich City have a chance here, and they have scored against Blackburn Rovers in the Championship. Norwich City have taken the lead. McLaughlin sent off in the penalty for a foul in the penalty area. Norwich have the penalty. They have converted said penalty, and Josh Sargent converted that penalty on the 45th minute. So Blackburn Rovers down to 10 men, and Norwich City 1-0 up away at Ewood Park. Blackburn Rovers 0, Norwich City 1. Blackburn Rovers down to 10 men in that one. Barnsley 2-0 up against Huddersfield Town. A 10-men Huddersfield as well. Luca Cornell with the goal on the 44th minute. Edinburgh City 2-0 up away at Dumbarton up in Scotland. Robbie Mahone with the 42nd minute goal. And Luton are 2-0 up against Burton Albion. A red card at Lincoln City. The delayed kickoff in League One. Lincoln have the lead, but they're down to 10 men in that one. We'll get confirmation of who's been sent off in that one. Amari Patrick's given Tranmere Rovers the lead against Notts County on the 45th minute at Prenton Park. And for Luton Town, their second goal on the 45th minute, scored by Milenik Ali, the Irish striker with the goal as Luton Town 2-0 up away at Burton Albion at the Pirelli Stadium. Let's get confirmation of that red card at Lincoln City. Sonny Bradley sent off on the 30th minute in that one. Manchester United had a chance, but it's been saved by Martin Dubravka. A couple of half times coming in the Championship. You can see them there. It's still Millwall 0, Wrexham 0. Blackburn Rovers going down 1-0 to Norwich City, down to 10 men as well, and Southampton leading at Vicarage Road away at Watford. So once we get all the half times in, we'll recap those half-time scores. Yeah, there's going to be quite a lot of added time at Manchester United's game with Burnley because of the VAR check that turned out not to be a penalty for Manchester United, but a free kick to Burnley. Half-time in the 0-0 in the Premier League between Sunderland and Brentford. Brentford thought they had scored earlier, but that goal was offside. Dango Uatara thought he had scored, but was ruled offside in that one. So half-time, Sunderland 0, Brentford 0, the only 0-0 of the 3 o'clocks in the Premier League. 2 0-0s in the Championship at half-time. There's a chance at the, I think it's still called the Select Car Leasing Stadium. Otherwise, it used to be called the Medeski Stadium. I'm talking about Reading. Reading 0, Port Vale 0 at the moment, but there's a chance for the Stokies in stoppage time. But it comes to nothing. Reading 0, Port Vale 0. It remains that chance for Port Vale coming to nothing in the end. If you've seen the memes of Ruben Amorim this week, my favourite one might be him sitting down on that bench, DJing with Scatman John playing in the background. I think that might be my favourite. I don't know what was he doing with it. He clearly had a book full of tactics, but it looked like a photo album. It looked like he was looking back at his time at his previous club going, good times. Wish I'd never left. Don't worry, he'll be out of work soon. So just waiting for that Manchester United-Burnley game to be half-time, and then we'll go through the half-time scores. But as you can imagine, there is a lot of added on time there because of a VAR check that took about 4 to 5 minutes to confirm that Manchester United did not have a penalty earlier on. But they are 1-0 up through a Burnley own goal in our game of the day. Only goal in our game of the day, as it's Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Half-time to rule in the Championship. Just a couple more in League One to go. One to go in League Two. And only one to go in the National League as well. One League One game will carry on during the halftime, and that's the Lincoln City Mansfield game. Lincoln City down to 10 men, but leading by a goal to nil. A police incident at one of the turnstiles, forcing a delay of 15 minutes to kick off in that match. So, as we await the halftime in the Premier League between Manchester United and Burnley, it's a great opportunity to recap some of the transfer gossip that is going around, including Liverpool's reported bid of £130 million for Newcastle striker Alexander Isak, with add-ons, and the bonus will make it a British transfer record. That was according to the Daily Telegraph yesterday, printed this morning. Manchester United have agreed a deal to sell striker Rasmus Højlund. I say sell, it's a season-long loan to Napoli with a conditional obligation to buy of 38 million, according to The Athletic. And we've heard a little bit more on that one today as well. Manchester United just having a chance there and putting it over the crossbar. So Mbeumo building up play for Manchester United, but in the end, shoved over the crossbar. For, I believe, Amad Diallo launched it over the crossbar, thinking it was rugby union. Remains Manchester United 1, Burnley 0. Would have been handy to go 2-0 up at half-time. Brentford have had an offer of about £45 million for the 22-year-old German forward Maximilian Bier, rejected by Borussia Dortmund. Leipzig's Austrian attacking midfielder Christopher Baumgartner, 26, is a leading target for Crystal Palace. That's according to Sky Sports. And sticking with Crystal Palace, in fact, we'll stick with them a couple of times because there's a couple of stories relating to Crystal Palace, a couple of rumours. Crystal Palace have also made an £8 million bid for the 28-year-old Bournemouth winger David Brooks, but the Cherries don't want to sell the Welsh international. Roma have made an offer to sign Tariq George, but Fulham, Crystal Palace and German champions Bayern München are also monitoring the 19-year-old from Chelsea. That's according to Sky Sports. And AC Milan are pushing to sign Manchester City defender Manuel Akanji, with Crystal Palace also interested in the 30-year-old Swiss international. I told you they all partially involved Crystal Palace at some way. This is Score Saturday, Dead Air Football, Dead Air Media Football. I'm Denny Harrington. I hope you are well. I hope you had a great week, whatever you've been up to. And thanks for sitting by, watching the scores come in. Thanks for sitting by, watching the scores come in. And delighted to have you. And it's now half time, so we can finally get going on those half-time scores. So let me just get the tables ready. And now we can have a look at the half-time scores then. In the Premier League, it finished Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. Manchester United 1, Burnley 0 at half-time. Sunderland 0, Brentford 0 at the moment. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Bournemouth 1. And it's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Ipswich Town 1 at the minute. In the Championship, finished Middlesbrough 1, Sheffield United 0, Queen's Park Rangers 3, Charlton Athletic 1, Stoke City 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. Half-times then, Blackburn Rovers 0, Norwich City 1, Bristol City 3, Hull City 1, Ipswich Town 1, Derby County 0, Millwall 0, Wrexham 0, Oxford United 1, Coventry City 2, Portsmouth 1, Preston North End 0, and Sheffield Wednesday 0, Swansea City 0, and then it's Watford 0. Southampton 1. We'll skip the Scottish Premiership for now. We'll come back to it. We'll circle back to it, don't worry. Cardiff 4, Plymouth 0 is a full-time result from earlier. Doncaster Rovers 1, Rotherham United 0 is a full-time result as well. Of the 3 o'clocks, Barnsley 2, Huddersfield Town 0, Blackpool 1, Bolton 0, Bradford 1, Wimbledon 1, Burton Albion 0, Luton Town 2, Exeter City 1, Peterborough United 0, Leyton Orient 0, Northampton Town 0, Lincoln City 1, Mansfield Town 0, Reading 0, Port Vale 0, Stevenage 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0, Wigan Athletic 0, Stockport County 1 in a Greater Manchester derby. That Lincoln City Mansfield game kicked off 15 minutes late due to a police incident at a turnstile. So that game still being played, still the first half of that one. Lincoln City 1, Mansfield Town 0. League 2, only 2 results to bring you from the lunchtime kickoffs. Barrow 0, Fleetwood Town 1. And good news for my team, Crewe Alexandra 0, Swindon Town 3. Come on, you Reds. Barnet of the 3 o'clocks. Barnet 0, Colchester 1, Bromley 0, Harrogate 0, Cambridge 1, Newport County 0, Chesterfield 0, Crawley Town 2, Grimsby Town 0, Bristol Rovers 1, MK Dons 0, Walsall 0, Oldham 0, Gillingham 0, Shrewsbury Town 0, Accrington 0, and it's Tranmere 1, Notts County 0. To the National League, only one early kickoff. Solihull Moors 1, Southend 2. To the 3 o'clocks, Braintree Town 0, Forest Green 0, Eastleigh 0, Altrincham 1, Gateshead 1, Aldershot Town 2, Halifax Town 1, Yeovil 0, Hartlepool 0, Boreham Wood 0, Morecambe 0, Woking 0, Sutton United 0, Carlisle United 0, Truro City lead Boston United by a goal to 0. It's Wealdstone 0, Rochdale 2, and that later kickoff, Brackley versus Scunthorpe United. Let's circle back to the Scottish Premiership then, where it's Livingston 1, Heart of Midlothian 0, Motherwell 1, Kilmarnock 1, and we'll go down to the Scottish Championship. Arbroath 0, Airdrieonians 0, Ayr United 0, Queen's Park 1, Dunfermline Athletic 1, Ross County 1, Partick Thistle 2, Wraith Rovers 2, St Johnstone 0, Greenock Morton 1. Scottish League 1, Inverness, Kelly Thistle still playing there, still in added on time, 0-0 between them and Alloa Athletic. In fact, that's just come in as a half-time result. Montrose 2, Peterhead 1, Queen of the South 1, Kelty Hearts 0, Stenhousemuir 0, East Fife 0, and there is an evening game as well at 5:30. Scottish League 2, Clyde 0, Elgin City 0, Dumbarton 0, Edinburgh City 2, East Kilbride 3, Forfar Athletic 0, Spartans 0, Annan Athletic 0, Stirling Albion 0, Stranraer 0. That is it from me for now. I'll be back for the second halves in a bit. Bear with us. Thanks for joining. Right, second half, let's get back underway. Because a couple of goals have already gone in the second half that we need to catch up with. So let's do that. Starting with Rochdale, they're 3-0 up against Wealdstone in the National League. Notts County have levelled it against Tranmere Rovers. Matthew Dennis with a 49th minute goal. Dover Athletic have levelled it against Maidenhead United in the National League South 1-1. Swansea City have finally broken down the Wednesday defence. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Swansea City 1. Zan Vipotnik. There we go. I tried to say it. 50th minute goal there. Derby County have levelled it in the Championship against Ipswich Town. Carlton Morris, there's an easier name for me to say, on the 50th minute. Sutton United lead Carlisle by 1-0 in the National League. Eden Pruti with the goal in the 49th minute. Fuck me, these names. Truro City 2-0 up against Boston United. Tyler Harvey with the 49th minute goal in that one. Heart of Midlothian have levelled it in the Scottish Premiership against Livingston. Claudio Braga with the goal in the 47th minute. Yeovil Town have levelled it against FC Halifax Town, sacking manager Mark Cooper during the week. Junior Moraes with the goal on the 52nd minute. Goal there. Eastleigh 1-1 against Altrincham in the National League. Kieran Evans, 48th minute goal. And Kelty Hearts have just equalised against Queen of the South. Aaron Arnott with the goal in that one. Second half in our game of the day between Manchester United and Burnley as well. Still 1-0 in that one. Thank you for joining me. Second half. Second half of Score Saturday, brought to you by Dead Air Media Football. Thank you so much for sticking with us, sticking with me as well. And yeah, should be a fun second half. Hopefully, we'll get more goals in our game of the day. Wimbledon have taken the lead again. Wimbledon have scored in their game against Bradford City. They're away. They've taken the lead again. 53rd minute goal in that game. And I am apparently having internet troubles, which is slightly annoying because I'm trying to stream this, dropping frames, and also keep an eye on the football commentary, which is struggling to connect for some reason. I have no idea why, but it is 1-0. Everton have a chance here, as do Wrexham. They're away at the Den. Hartlepool are down to 10 men. Maxim Coogan sent off on the 54th minute. Matty Stevens with that second goal for Wimbledon. They're 2-1 up away at Bradford. Wrexham have taken the lead against Millwall on the 58th minute. And there's been a goal in the Premier League.
Goal!
Wolves are now 3-1 down to Everton. Ndaya with the goal. Ndaya. Everton 3-1 up at Molineux. Wolves 1, Everton 3 in the Premier League. That goal scorer will turn up on our video printer uno momento. Kiefer Moore has scored for Wrexham. They're 1-0 up away at the Den. Millwall 0, Wrexham 1. I believe that would be Wrexham's first goal. They've corrected the goal. Oh, sorry, I read out the second goal scorer, Ndai, for Everton. It was Dewsbury Hall with the goal. My apologies. Dewsbury Hall with the goal for Everton, not Ndai. Walsall have taken the lead against MK Dons. Charlie Larkin with the goal in the 52nd minute. Red card for Reading. They're 0-0 with Port Vale, and we'll get more details on that one at Reading. Although only one source reporting that red card, so I'm not sure how accurate that is. We'll have to wait and see on that red card. Truro City 3-0 up against Boston United in the National League. Will Dean with the goal. Woking have taken the lead against Morecambe. Not great for Morecambe. Jamie Andrews with the 54th minute goal. It would be a first defeat of the season for Morecambe. Not because they've played a number of games and won, because remember, their season started a little bit later than everybody else's. Chesterfield have got to go back against Crawley Town. Still trying to confirm whether that red card for Reading is actually a red card. Oxford City are down to 10 men in their game. I don't believe that Reading red card counts. I think that was just a mistake on the Vidi printer, which I think it shows there. Reading 51st minute. I don't believe there has been a red card there. Oh, no Hunt. Oh, it's the staff. It's the staff. It's not the player. Noel Hunt sent off. So it's been the manager that's been sent to the stand. So the red card at Reading at the Select Car Leasing Stadium is for the manager. Noel Hunt, the head coach at Reading, has been sent to the stand. So that's what's happened there. In that one. A missed penalty in the Premier League. Brentford, who took the lead earlier on in the game at the Stadium of Light, then that was ruled out for offside. Well, Kevin Sade had the opportunity to put Brentford 1-0 up on through a penalty, and he has failed. He has missed the penalty. It is Sunderland 0, Brentford 0. There you go. That's what you get for missing a penalty. Brentford have missed a penalty and have had a goal disallowed in that match. If you're the Brentford boss, you might be thinking, how can we win this one? I still think Brentford will go down this season. Let's focus on some of the goals that have gone in then. Chesterfield, Dillian Duffy with the goal in the 56th minute. Yeovil Town 2-1 up away at the Shea. Managerless Yeovil 2-1 up at the Shea in the National League. Halifax 1, Yeovil Town 2. Harvey Greensdale with the 58th minute goal. Sam Hoskins has scored for Northampton Town. They're 1-0 up away at Leyton Orient. And Eastbourne Borough down to 10 men as well in their match. Dumbarton have got to go back against Edinburgh City in Scottish League 2. Dumbarton 1, Edinburgh City 2. A chance for Luton. They're away at Burton Albion. And second half has just kicked off between Lincoln City and Mansfield Town. And unfortunately for you Manchester United fans, I have to play this.
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline has been written.
Because Burnley have scored an equaliser. Lyle Foster gets on the end of a long pass that he slotted through the defence and easily sends it into the bottom left corner. Lyle Foster has levelled it. It's Manchester United 1, Burnley 1. Walker delivered the ball in. Carl Walker delivered the ball in to Lyle Foster, who converted it. Fantastic goal. Well worked. Burnley have levelled it. Manchester United 1, Burnley 1. Immediately, Manchester United kick off and go on the attack. 1-1. Chesterfield 2, Crawley Town 2. 2 goals in quick succession for Chesterfield. Armando Dobra with the goal. Luton Town 3-0 up away at Burton Albion. Zach Nelson with the 59th minute goal there. And Dumbarton have got to go back through an own goal from Eden Lynch, putting it in his own net at Edinburgh City. It is Dumbarton 1, Edinburgh City 2. However, I've said that the game of the day is 1-1. It isn't anymore.
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final.
Mbeumo.
Has been written.
Mbeumo has scored for Manchester United. Lovely finish, directed into the back of the net. Brian Mbeumo with a goal. And as soon as they get an equaliser, Burnley, they've conceded a second. It's Manchester United 2, Burnley 1 in our game of the day. If you're a Manchester United fan, they're making you work for that one, aren't they? Manchester United 2, Burnley 1. Mbeumo with the goal from the kickoff. Fantastic goal. So Manchester United 2-1 up against Burnley. Only 1-0 in the Premier League today of the 3 o'clocks. At Sunderland 0, Brentford 0. Brentford have had a goal ruled out offside and they've missed a penalty as well. Brentford not having great luck in front of goal today. Exeter City have gone 2-0 up against Peterborough United in League One. Bolton Wanderers have levelled it away at Blackpool. Blackpool 1, Bolton 1. Mason Burstow with the goal in the 61st minute. In Scotland, Motherwell 2-1 up against Kilmarnock. Emmanuel Longello with the 62nd minute goal. Gateshead 2-2 against Aldershot Town in the National League. Carl Hurst with the goal in that one. Let's go back to that Exeter City goal because it is Exeter City 2, Peterborough United 0. We're just waiting for confirmation of that second Exeter goal scorer against Peterborough United. And it is Josh Mangus with a goal on the 65th minute. Gateshead are 3-2 up now against Aldershot. Harry Chapman, 2 goals in quick succession for Gateshead. It's Gateshead 3, Aldershot Town 2 in the National League. Watford have levelled it against Southampton in the Championship. Kawado Bar with the 65th minute goal at Vicarage Road. And it's Watford 1, Southampton 1 in the Championship. Oh, the drama of our game of the day of Manchester United, where it's Manchester United 2, Burnley 1, 2 goals in quick succession. And there's a goal. Oh, no. Offside. The offside flag going up for Burnley to prevent an equaliser at 2-2. A chance for Foster at Burnley. But offside. VAR is going to check it, but I don't imagine that it's going to be given. Halifax Town 2, Yeovil Town 2, Owen Bray with the goal in the 65th minute. And the National League. There is a VAR check, but it has been disallowed for offside. So it remains Manchester United 2, Burnley 1. But they're not going to deliberate that much. Half an hour, just under half an hour left in that match. Radcliffe 3-1 up against Oxford City in the National League North, that great northern city. Oxford, you know, that great northern city, Oxford. No. Plenty of red cards today. Plenty of ill discipline. Red cards in red card for Blackburn Rovers, red card for Huddersfield Town. Lincoln City have had a red card. Barrow had a red card in the lunchtime kickoff. Hartlepool have had a player sent off. Alfreton, Eastbourne, Bath. Plenty of red cards in England. A lot of ill discipline today. Exeter City 3-0 up against Peterborough United. Josh McGuinness, a 68th minute goal. It's another goal for him. Western Supermare, Lee Dagenham and Redbridge, Lewis Britton with the goal on the 60th minute. Andy Carroll plays for Dagenham and Redbridge right now, doesn't he? So Exeter 3-0 up. And it is still Manchester United 2, Burnley 1 in the Premier League. 2 goals in very quick succession. A Burnley equaliser before Mbeumo gave Manchester United an immediate goal from the kickoff. That's the kind of response you want when your team concedes a sloppy goal. But Manchester United 2, Burnley 1 at the moment. Thank you for joining me, Dead Air Media Football. We are live again a little bit later on Twitch and YouTube with the Football Fan Show. So if you are watching on either channel, see you later around 7:30-ish after the Battle of the Uniteds, Leeds and Newcastle. We'll find out which one truly is a united force. There's the David Mitchell joke. Only one game left, 0-0 in the Premier League. It's Sunderland 0, Brentford 0 at the moment. A goal ruled out as offside, and then Brentford miss a penalty in that game to prevent a goal. Right, back to the Championship. Ipswich 1, Derby County 1. A chance for Derby at Portman Road. Torquay United have levelled it. They're away at Hemel Hempstead in the National League South. And Chelmsford are down to 10 men in their match. Derby County have taken the lead against Ipswich Town. It's 2-1 to Derby County in the Championship. Rhian Brewster with the goal. Derby County lead 2-1 at Portman Road. Ipswich 1, Derby County 2 in the Championship. Oldham and Gillingham in League 2. Gillingham are on the ascendancy in that one. And it is a goal for Gillingham in League 2. It's Oldham Athletic 0, Gillingham 1. We'll get a confirmed goal scorer for that one, but a 72nd minute goal as Gillingham take the lead away at Oldham Athletic in League 2. Alas, we await for that confirmed goal scorer in that one. Manchester United 2, Burnley 1 in our game of the day. At the moment, Burnley yet to make any. They've just made their first sub of the game. Sam Vokes, the ex-Wolves man, with a goal for Gillingham. They are 1-0 up against Oldham Athletic. Oldham Athletic 0, Gillingham 1 through Sam Vokes with the goal there in that one. Reading have taken the lead against Port Vale despite their head coach Noel Hunt being sent to the stands. So the Reading boss not on the touchline, having been sent off by the referee. But they are 1-0 up. Reading 1, Port Vale 0. And Burnley have levelled it.
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline has been written.
Jayden Anthony with the goal. 66th minute goal. Paddy Lane has scored for Reading. So it is Manchester United 2, Burnley 2. Poor defending from Manchester United as they fail to clear their lines. So Manchester United have been pegged back again. Manchester United 2, Burnley 2 in our game of the day. Through Jayden Anthony on the 66th minute. Oxford United 2, Coventry City 2. Cameron Brannigan with the 75th minute goal. He's 5 down to 10 men. Andy Munro with the red card there on the 73rd minute. So goalkeeper failing to clear it away for Manchester United. Manchester United 2, Burnley 2. And maybe one of the easiest goal that Jayden Anthony could potentially ever score in his career. Manchester United 2, Burnley 2 in our game of the day. I won't play the sound of Gary Neville again. Not for now anyway. But we'll keep an eye on that one, our game of the day, 2-2. Can Manchester United kick off and potentially get that third goal? Inverness, Cali Thistle. Liam Solé with the goal on the 72nd minute against Alloa Athletic. They're 1-0 up. Stenhouse Muir have taken the lead against East Fife. Owen Riley with the goal on the 74th minute after Andy Munro was sent off in Scottish League One in that clash. James Brophy has scored for Cambridge United on the 75th minute. Cambridge United 2, Newport County 0. Partick Thistle have taken the lead against Wraith Rovers. Logan Chalmers with the goal. It is Partick Thistle 3, Wraith Rovers 2 in the Scottish Championship. And Burnley in the attack in our game of the day. Manchester United 2, Burnley 2. Is this going to be potentially Amorim's last game in charge? Maybe. Bromley have taken the lead against Harrogate in League 2. We'll get a confirmed goal scorer there. Radcliffe 4-1 up away at 10-man Oxford City in the National League North. Merthyr, by the way, just to give you an update on this one, Merthyr Town, their coach was delayed in the National League North on their way to Kings Lynn in Suffolk. And I bet they wish their coach had broken down because they're 2-0 down at half-time. That game kicked off at 3:40. Kings Lynn at 0 in that one. In our game of the day, it remains Manchester United 2, Burnley 2 at the moment. Brentford have a chance against Sunderland in the Premier League. It's the only 0-0. Brentford have had a goal ruled out as offside and missed a penalty in that one. Nicky Kabamba with the goal for Bromley against Harrogate Town to make it 1-0 to the Londoners against the Yorkshire club. Sunderland, Brentford. We're going to stick with this one because there is a chance here for Brentford. And it is finally
Goal!
1-0 to Brentford. And it's Igor Thiago, the Brazilian with the goal for Brentford. They finally have the lead after having a goal ruled out as offside and missing a penalty. Brentford leads Sunderland by a 1-0 at the Stadium of Light, which means that there are no 0-0s now in the Premier League. Wigan Athletic have levelled it in the Greater Manchester Derby against Stockport County. It's Christian Sade with the goal. 1-1 there. You can now see the video printer will update in a moment and we'll show you the goal scorer for the Brentford-Sunderland game as Igor Thiago. Wealdstone have got a goal back. Alfie Massey with the goal in the 76th minute. It's Wealdstone 1, Rochdale 3. The Raider will not be happy. And Hemel Hempstead Town 2-1 up in the National League South against Torquay United in that one. Back to the Championship. Bristol City running away with it at Ashton Gate. Bristol City 4, Hull City 1. Max Bird with that goal for Bristol City. Southampton again lead at Vicarage Road. Watford 1, Southampton 2. Ryan Manning with the goal on the 78th minute in that one. But Bristol City dominating in Ashton Gate against Hull City. So it's 4-1 there. And it's 2-1 for Southampton away at Watford. Kidderminster have taken the lead in the National League North against Curzon. Ashton and Scarborough are 2-0 up against Southport in the same league. In our game of the day, it's Manchester United 2, Burnley 2 at the moment. Benjamin Sesko off the bench for Manchester United. He replaces Casemiro. So Sesko off the bench for Casemiro. Manchester United 2, Burnley 2. As Burnley push forward in that one. A chance for Wolves. They are 3-1 down at the moment at Molineux. Everton really improving under David Moyes. He was very good in his first spell in charge, so they've gone back to him. And I did see an article this week to suggest that David Moyes would be the right person for Manchester United at the moment. Haven't you? You've been there and done that. You appointed Moyes at the wrong time, but he would have been a good long-term appointment, in my opinion. Wolves have got a goal back.
Goal!
Wolves 2, Everton 3 in the Premier League at Molineux. Rodrigo Gomez finds the net for Wolves. It is Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Everton 3. Kitty Harriers, Luke Spokes with the goal there at the 76th minute to give them the lead against Curzon Ashton in the National League North. We told you about that one. Watford in the ascendancy at the Championship. They're 2-1 down at home to Southampton, but they have just equalised. It is Watford 2, Southampton 2 in the Championship. Watford again coming back. Nestori Irakunda with the goal in the 81st minute. Difficult for me to say. William Harris has given Halifax Town the lead against Yeovil. 79th minute goal. Considering Halifax Town were 2-1 down at one point at the Shea to go 3-2 up. Very good from them. Swansea have gone 2-0 up away at Hillsborough. Sheffield Wednesday 0. Swansea City 2. Sheffield Wednesday, of course, favourites for relegation. And Ronald. No, not McDonald, just Ronald. What a way to name a Brazilian. Who calls that kid Ronald? You want to be Ronaldo or Rivaldo, not Ronald. His name is Ronald, but he scored a second goal for Swansea. It's Sheffield Wednesday 0, Swansea City 2. And
Goal!
in the Premier League, as Sunderland have levelled it against Brentford, Enzo Lefebvre with the 82nd minute goal. It is 2-2 from the penalty spot. For a penalty for Sunderland converted. Sunderland 1, Brentford 1. With about just over 10 minutes left to play in all the games at the moment, and that Manchester United game 2-2 at the moment with Burnley. Ruben Amorim coming in for quite a bit of criticism this week, of course, with that defeat to Grimsby in the League Cup. But but it remains 2-2 at the moment. Bruno Fernandes picking up a yellow card in that match. It remains 2-2. 1-1 between Sunderland and Brentford. Tottenham 0, Bournemouth 1. It remains. Bromley are 2-0 up against Harrogate Town. Omar Suwumi with the goal. On the 80th minute there. St Johnstone 1-1 with Greenock Mawson. Josh McPake with the goal on the 83rd minute in that one. Bolton are in the ascendancy at Bloomfield Road against Blackpool. Blackpool 1, Bolton 1. But how long will it remain that? Bolton have the chance here. They're the ones attacking Blackpool, and it is 2-1 to Bolton Wanderers on the 82nd minute. Blackpool 1, Bolton Wanderers 2. Xavier Simmons with the 82nd minute goal. David Ogbonya has scored for Sutton United to make it 2-0 against Carlisle United in the National League. Mark Hughes, the manager at Carlisle United. How the mighty have fallen. 2-0 in favour of Sutton United in the National League. Premier League then, Manchester United 2, Burnley 2, Sunderland 1, Brentford 1, Tottenham 0, Bournemouth 1, Wolves 2, Everton 3. The later kickoff is the Battle of the Uniteds, Leeds and Newcastle at 5:30. Championship, 3 o'clock kickoffs, Blackburn 0, Norwich 1, Bristol 4, Hull 1. Ipswich 1, Derby 2, Millwall 0, Wrexham 1, Oxford United 2, Coventry 2. Portsmouth 1, Preston 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Swansea 2, Watford 2, Southampton 2. Bradford have taken the lead against AFC Wimbledon in League One. It's 3-2 in favour of Bradford City. They've just scored that one on the 83rd minute. Bradford City 3, AFC Wimbledon 2. And it's Will Swan with the goal for Bradford City in that one. So they lead in League One then. Bradford City 3, AFC Wimbledon 2. A correction on a goal that we thought had gone in for Bolton. It hasn't. It remained Blackpool 1, Bolton 1. So a correction there that I'm just getting sent through. Blackpool 1, Bolton 1. It remains in League One. Free kick to Manchester United. Brian Mbuemo is going to take it. It remains Manchester United 2, Burnley 2 at the minute. But Ahmed Diallo sends a cross into the penalty area. Unfortunately for him, it is taken care of by the Burnley defence. Ayr United have levelled it against Queen's Park. Matthew Shields' 83rd minute goal. It's an own goal for the Queen's Park player. Ayr United 1, Queen's Park 1. A throw to Manchester United at the minute. So 2-2 it remains between Manchester United and Burnley at the moment. Barnsley have a chance against Huddersfield. They're 2-0 up in League One. Barnsley playing 10 men Huddersfield Town. 10-man Huddersfield after Huddersfield down to 10 men in the first half of that game in the Yorkshire Derby. Barnsley have just gone 3-0 up. 3-0 to Barnsley against Huddersfield Town. We'll get a confirmed goal scorer for that one, but 85th minute, 3-0 Barnsley. 3-0 to Barnsley. We'll get a confirmed goal scorer in that one. Manchester United in the ascendancy against Burnley at the moment, with Luke Shaw to Matthias de Ligt. The minute as Fernandes takes it forward for Manchester United. Trying to still find out who that Barnsley goal scorer is for you. It is Barnsley 3, Huddersfield Town 0 in League One, and it's Keller Dunn with the goal for Barnsley. Davis Keller Dunn with the goal for Barnsley. Barnsley 3, Huddersfield 0. The Manchester United chance comes to nothing over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. So, goal kick to Burnley as Martin Dubravka will launch it forward for Burnley. Manchester United 2, Burnley 2 in the Premier League right now. There's been a goal for East Fife. The 10 men of East Fife have levelled it in Scottish League 1. Stenhousemuir 1, East Fife 1. Lots of red card. That might be our first red card in Scotland, though. It is, in fact, our first red card in Scotland, the East Fife red card. But lots of ill discipline, especially in the lower leagues of English football right now. FA Cup qualifying matches are also happening today, so I'm trying to find out if my local team are doing well. They were 1-1 at half-time, which was Supermarine travelling down to Tavistock. 1-1 at half-time, whereas I think Royal Wootton Bassett Town, who are another local team to me, against Tor Point, their game got delayed until 4:10 because their visitors were stuck in traffic. Tell me you're non-league without telling me you're non-league. So 4:10 their game kicked off, so they're still in the first half in that one. Ross County 2, Dunfermline Athletic 2 in that one. Norwich City have got a second goal against Blackburn. Josh Sargent, again, 91st minute goal this time. Second goal for Norwich. 2-0 up against the 10 men of Blackburn Rovers in the Championship. Ronan Hale with the goal for Ross County to level it against Dunfermline Athletic, 89th minute. AFC Tottenham 2-1 up against Eastbourne Borough. South Shields 2, Buxton 2, and Macclesfield 2, Darlington 1 in the National League North. Barnet have levelled it against Colchester United. It's Barnet 1, Colchester United 1 in League 2. Huddersfield have got a goal back against Barnsley as well in their one. It's 3-1 now to Barnsley as Huddersfield get 10-man Huddersfield get a goal back. Barnet's goal was scored by Danny Collins, 90th minute goal. Barnet 1, Colchester United 1 in EFL League 2. That Huddersfield goal scorer, Joe Taylor for the 10 men Huddersfield. Barnsley 3, Huddersfield Town 1 in League 1. Approaching the end of the games in the Premier League of the 3 o'clocks, Sunderland 1, Brentford 1, Tottenham 0, Bournemouth 1, Wolves 2, Everton 3, Manchester United still with 3 minutes to go of the standard play time, drawing 2-2 with Burnley. They had a bit of a delay in the first half due to VAR. It's finished in the Championship between Oxford United and Coventry. It's finished 2-2. Bristol City winning 4-1 against Hull City at Ashton Gate, but Hull City have a chance here to get a goal back and make that scoreline look a little less damaging. Bristol City 4, Hull City 1, and it has been a goal for Hull City. They have done that, and they have made that scoreline look a little more palatable, shall we say, for their supporters. Bristol City 4, Hull City 2 at the moment. We will get that confirmed goal scorer in the 93rd minute of the match. We will get that confirmed goal scorer on the way for you. And it's Kyle Joseph. Kyle Joseph with the goal for Hull City. In the 93rd minute, Kyle Joseph with the equalising goal. Full time at Blackburn. Blackburn 0, Norwich City 2. How much injury time are we going to get at Old Trafford, where it is Manchester United 2, Burnley 2. Scott Parker's side are going to take a scalper point at Old Trafford. They'll be delighted. Although, given the way Manchester United played last season and kind of the way they've started this season, Burnley might be disappointed that they didn't win against fellow relegation rivals, Manchester United. Could Manchester United be relegated to the Championship? Absolutely. It's happened before. They've been relegated to the second tier before, right after one of their periods of success. I believe Bobby Charlton was still in that team that got relegated to Division 2 from the old First Division. As there are a couple of games still being played in the Championship. It's finished Watford 2, Southampton 2. And it's finished Shrewsbury 0, Accrington 0 in League 2. Lincoln and Mansfield still got 10 minutes to play in that one due to them kicking off about 15 minutes after everyone else. 95th minute at Wigan and Stockport, approaching the end of the game of that one, 1-1 in that Greater Manchester derby. North versus South of Greater Manchester. A late goal for Woking. They've gone 2-0 up away at Morecambe. So Morecambe 0. Woking 2 in the National League. It's finished National League North, where it's finished Scarborough 2, Southport 0. Sunderland, Stadium of Light. We're heading there now because Sunderland have a late chance. 8 minutes of added on time. They're in the 96th minute of that match. The attendance at the Stadium of Light just under 47, just over 46,000, 46,267 if you're interested. And there has been a goal there.
Goal!
And it's a late one for Sunderland. Wilson Isidore with the goal. Sunderland 2, Brentford 1. So Sunderland have scored late on in that one to take the 3 points. Brentford are in some serious trouble this season. They've had a bad window. They've had a bad transfer window, and it only takes one bad transfer window to get relegated from the Premier League. Go ask Stoke City. Go ask Bolton Wanderers. Blackburn Rovers. West Bromwich Albion. Southampton. Carlisle United 1. Sutton United 2. George Kelly with a 95th minute goal to get a goal back for the Northerners against the Londoners. Sutton United 2. Carlisle United 1. So Sunderland have got a late winner against Brentford at the Stadium of Light, delighting those 46,000 fans at the Stadium of Light. Just over 46,000 watching the Black Cats. But VAR, the three letters no football fan wants to hear. There is a review at Sunderland, and it is potentially offside. Anthony Taylor has indicated the review, and it counts. It counts. It is going to be a goal to Sunderland. It will count. VAR has given them the goal. Sunderland 2, Brentford 1. It remains then. Sunderland have got a late winner. VAR confirming it. The goal and The goal given, and Sunderland have a reason to celebrate. 2-1 up now against Brentford after a VAR decision ruling that goal legitimate. He was onside. Full time at Molineux. It's finished Wolves 2, Everton 3. We're in stoppage time in our game of the day at Old Trafford between Manchester United and Burnley. My apologies. I need to blow my nose there. There is a potential penalty at Old Trafford, but for who? Chris Kamara.
I don't know, Jeff.
And my name is, once again, not Jeff. Referee Samuel Barrett is looking at VAR. Manchester United could be given a penalty. We've already had one controversial VAR call today with the Chelsea-Fulham game. And we are waiting. Diallo believes he has been fouled in the penalty area. It could be a penalty for Manchester United. The referee makes the VAR signal. We are going to have... No, they're still reviewing it. We're keeping an eye on it. Samuel Barrett has a big decision to make. Is he going to give Manchester United a penalty right at the end of this game to give Manchester United the opportunity to steal 3 points? I say steal it. They had the lead twice, and they've been pegged back twice by Burnley. Samuel Barrett still having a look at the... Here comes the decision. It is a penalty to Manchester United. Jadon Anthony getting a yellow card from the referee as well. So it is a penalty to Manchester United. It is Manchester United 2, Burnley 2, but it might not be for very long. It could be 3-2 to Manchester United. They have got a penalty. The referee has given them a penalty. After a good long check of VAR, Manchester United have a penalty. So Samuel Barrett giving Manchester United a penalty. So Manchester United have a penalty. We'll wait and see. Manchester United's manager Ruben Amorim looking on. Maidstone have gone 3-2 up against Worthing in the National League South. Bruno Fernandes is going to be the one heading to the penalty spot. Mansfield Town got a late equaliser against Lincoln City. Nathan Mora Welsh. That game is still being played, by the way, because it was a late kickoff for that goal on the 82nd minute. But Manchester United have a penalty here. Bruno Fernandes was the one stepping up to take it, it looked like. So what's going to happen here? Will Bruno Fernandes give his team the 3 points and that win? Manchester United 2, Burnley 2. Everyone in the Old Trafford stands waiting to see if there is indeed a goal in our game of the day. Bruno Fernandes with the chance to take the 3 points for Manchester United. We're going to stick with this one for now. And yes!
To give Chelsea a place in the Champions League final. The headline
No mistake.
has been written.
No mistake. Doesn't even give the goalkeeper a chance. Unstoppable. Bottom left corner from Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United will take the 3 points. It will finish Manchester United 3, Burnley 2. So it is a goal for Manchester United from the penalty spot. Our only ongoing game in the Premier League. We're into the 102nd minute of the Millwall-Wrexham game of the Championship. We're on the 100th minute of the Ipswich Derby match in the Championship. But it is 3-2 to Manchester United from Bruno Fernandes. Full times across the board in the National League. In League Two as well. Lincoln City and Mansfield. Still 5 minutes to go in that later kickoff in the Championship. So Bruno Fernandes may have just won the game for Manchester United, surely. Surely they're about to win. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2. So we're in the 103rd minute of the Millwall-Wrexham game. We're waiting for that one to finish, as well as the Ipswich Derby match and the Manchester United Burnley match as well. Manchester United managing to take all 3 points in that one. But they're in the final minute of that match, so awaiting the full-time result there in the Premier League. And once we get that, we've got Ipswich, Derby, Millwall and Wrexham in the Championship. And then we'll do a full-time classified. And we'll have a look at team news as well for the Newcastle and Leeds match as well. Heartbreaking for Scott Parker's side to concede that last-minute penalty. And Bournemouth dominating Spurs in their game, which they won 1-0 in the Premier League. And a lot of controversy from the earlier kickoff between Chelsea and Fulham, with a goal ruled out. And Marco Silva's definitely getting in trouble for what he said after the game, believing that Joshua King's opening goal for his side, which was disallowed, VAR ruling it out, an intervention for a foul by Rodrigo Muniz in the build-up. A controversial call, no doubt, and one that we'll probably hear about across the week. We are right in the final 105th minute of the Ipswich Derby match, and there is a penalty. But for who?
I don't know, Jeff.
Once again, Cammy, name's not Jeff, but Ipswich Town have got the penalty. And it's Clark who's going to take it. Jack Clark for Ipswich Town. And he converts it. It's 2-2 right at the end of the game. Ipswich 2, Derby County 2. Ipswich have nicked a point at Portman Road. They were 2-1 down. And the Millwall-Wrexham game, we are in the 107th minute. What was meant to be 7 minutes of added on time has turned out to be 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Goodness gracious me. It is still 1-0 to Wrexham in that one. But Jack Clark on the 16th minute of added on time. They might as well play another freaking half an hour. Ipswich Town 2. Derby County 2. And Wrexham on the counter-attack on the 18th minute of added on time. And Wrexham have got a second on the 18th minute of added on time. It is Wrexham 2, Millwall 0 on the 108th minute of that match. Wrexham wrap up the 3 points. Is there any point of playing on there? Ipswich Derby finally finish after nearly 120 minutes of play. 10 minutes of added on time. We've played 11 minutes extra. We're on the 101st minute between Manchester United and Burnley. Millwall 0, Wrexham 2. O'Brien with the goal for Wrexham. Lewis O'Brien scoring on the 108th minute of the match in that one. 18th minute of added on time, where it is Millwall 0, Wrexham 2. By this long wait, Lincoln and Mansfield, who kicked off 15 minutes after everyone else, will be finished. And finally, Manchester United have finished. It is Manchester United 3, Burnley 2 in that game in the Premier League. Oh, we're now in the 110th minute between Millwall and Wrexham in the Championship. Lincoln 1, Mansfield 1. 92nd minute of that one. They've kicked off 15 minutes later than everybody else, but only 4 minutes of added on time. There was a red card there, so let's hope they don't add about half a freaking year onto that match like they did with the Ipswich Derby and Millwall-Wrexham matches. Millwall and Wrexham, by the way, still playing on the 109th minute, approaching the 110th minute, which has just gone. So we're at 110 minutes of play between Millwall and Wrexham in the Championship, where Wrexham are 2-0 up. It's the only game left apart from the Lincoln-Mansfield game that kicked off a little later, and Kings Lynn 3-0 up against Merthyr Town. You've got to feel for Merthyr Town. Their bus was delayed, so it delayed kickoff by 40 minutes. They're only in the 63rd minute. Merthyr Town must be like, why can our bus have broken down completely? We wish we couldn't have turned up, because that probably would have been better than that scoreline. FA Cup qualifying round matches as well, where we're going to have a look at full time. Yes, my local non-league side, Swindon Supermarine, winning 4-1 and getting through to the second qualifying round of the FA Cup. Brilliant. I can't wait to chat to their manager later this week. He'll be absolutely buzzing, I assume, beaming ear to ear with a nice white Colgate smile. Other toothpastes are available. Still playing, it's 2-0 on the 111th minute between Millwall and Wrexham. The question is, will it be finished by the time 2025 comes to an end? Your guess is as good as mine. And the later kickoff in League Two, which is going to end first, the Lincoln-Mansfield game or the Millwall-Wrexham game? Place your bets. In fact, I know which one it is. It's the Lincoln-Mansfield match. The match that started 15 minutes late finished before Wrexham Millwall. That is an absolute disgrace. That's an absolute disgrace. You know what? Instead of added on time, just pause the freaking clock. Just do what they do in rugby. Pause the clock. Stop the clock. By the way, it's finally finished between Millwall and Wrexham. So, without further ado, let's go to the scores then, shall we? It is the Premier League. Chelsea 2, Fulham 0, Manchester United 3, Burnley 2, Sunderland 2, Brentford 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, AFC Bournemouth 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Everton 3, Leeds United, Newcastle United, 5:30 kickoff. Team news to come on the way before we leave you today. Championship. Middlesbrough 1, Sheffield United 0, Queen's Park Rangers 3, Charlton Athletic 1, Stoke City 0, West Bromwich Albion 1, Blackburn Rovers 0, Norwich City 2, Bristol City 4, Hull City 2, Ipswich Town 2, Derby County 2, Millwall 0, Wrexham 2, Oxford United 2, Coventry City 2, Portsmouth 1, Preston North End 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Swansea City 2, Watford 2, Southampton 2. Sky Bet League 1. Cardiff City 4, Plymouth Argyle 0. Doncaster Rovers 1, Rotherham United 0. Barnsley 3, Huddersfield Town 1. Blackpool 1, Bolton Wanderers 1. Bradford City 3, AFC Wimbledon 2. Burton Albion 0, Luton Town 3. Exeter City 3, Peterborough United 0. Leyton Orient 0, Northampton Town 1. Reading 1, Port Vale 0. Stevenage 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Wigan Athletic 1, Stockport County 1. Lincoln City 1, Mansfield Town 1. Sky Bet League 2. Barrow 0, Fleetwood Town 1. Crewe Alexandra 0, Swindon Town 3. Barnet 1, Colchester United 1. Bromley 2, Harrogate Town 0. Cambridge United 2, Newport County 0. Chesterfield 2, Crawley Town 2. Grimsby Town 0, Bristol Rovers 1. Milton Keynes Dons 0, Walsall 1. Oldham Athletic 0, Gillingham 1. Shrewsbury Town 0, Accrington Stanley 0. Tranmere Rovers 1, Notts County 2. The Enterprise National League. Solihull Moors 1, Southend United 2. Braintree Town 0, Forest Green Rovers 0. Eastleigh 2, Altrincham 1. Gateshead 3, Aldershot Town 3. FC Halifax Town 3, Yeovil Town 2. Hartlepool United 0, Boreham Wood 0. Morecambe 0, Woking 2. Sutton United 2, Carlisle United 1. Truro City 3, Boston United 0. Wealdstone 1, Rochdale 3. Brackley Town, Scunthorpe United 5:30 kickoff. To Scotland then, the Scottish Premiership. Livingston 1, Heart of Midlothian 2. I'll do that again. Livingston 1, Heart of Midlothian 2. Motherwell 2, Kilmarnock 2. Skipping to the Scottish Championship now. Arbroath 1, Airdrieonians 0. Ayr United 1, Queen's Park 1. Dunfermline Athletic 2, Ross County 2. Partick Thistle 3, Wraith Rovers 2. St Johnstone 1, Greenock Morton 1. Scottish League 1. Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1, Alloa Athletic 0. Montrose 2, Peterhead 1. Queen of the South 2, Kelty Hearts 1. Stenhousemuir 1, East Fife 1. Hamilton Academical Cove Rangers 5:30 kickoff. Scottish League 2. Clyde 0, Elgin City 0. Dumbarton 1, Edinburgh City 2. East Kilbride 5, Forfar Athletic 0. Spartans 1, Annan Athletic 0. Stirling Albion 1, Stranraer 0. Well, there you have it. There you go. We will have a look at the league tables, uno momento in League 2 and League 1. Bit early days to look at the Championship and the Premier League as well as the National League. But let's get that team news then from the Leeds United Newcastle United game. Let's show you that team news. In fact, let's go back and show you that team news. Leeds United going with a 4-3-3 formation, as is Newcastle. Back four of Bogle, Roden, Sturgic and Goodmanson for Leeds. Trippier, Shah, Botman and Byrne for Newcastle United. Once again, no Alexander Isak for Newcastle today, as you can imagine why. But their bench also does not feature Alexander Isak for Newcastle United. So that is the starting 11 for Newcastle United. Midfield of Gimenez, Tonali and Ramsey. Up front, Jacob Murphy, Osula and Livramento as well. And then for Leeds in the midfield, Longstaff, Groove, Statch, and then up front, James, Gonto and Mcheka as well. So that is where we're at with the team lineup. Any other football business to take care of before we love you and leave you? We are back a little bit later at 7:30 this evening with the Football Fan Show live on our Facebook and YouTube. Facebook? No, YouTube and Twitch channels. Sorry. We do not stream on Meta. But a very good day for Manchester United, a last-minute penalty victory. Also, a last-minute victory for Sunderland in their match. Let's have a look at the tables. And we're going to focus on League 2 and League 1 because we're 6 games in to those leagues. I'm going to start at the bottom end of League 2, sorry. Cheltenham Town still bottom of the league with a solitary point to their name. Shrewsbury Town also struggling. Cheltenham Town have new investors, a new owner there, so hoping to change things before the end of the transfer window, which comes this week. So we'll be live streaming the closing of the transfer window. Shrewsbury Town 23rd in the league. Crawley Town just above, having a poor start to the season, yet to win at the moment. Having drawn 2-2 with Chesterfield today, a game that they were winning as well. The promotion places look a little bit different, and they look very good for my team. The League 2 table. So top of the league, Gillingham, 14 points. Chesterfield, second on 13. Bromley, a third on 12. Then we get into the playoffs. Crewe Alexandra, who lost at home 3-0 to 5th place Swindon Town. Good for my team. Come on, you Reds. Walsall are 6th. And Milton Keynes there in 7th. Grimsby just outside the playoffs in 8th. That Manchester United game will get them a little bit of cash. We'll get them a little bit of cash this season. Let's have a look at the League 1 table then. Bottom end, Peterborough United at the bottom of League 1 at the moment after 6 games. Port Vale 23rd on 2 points. Wycombe Wanderers, a disastrous start for them this season. They seem to have lost all the momentum that was taking them towards the championship. And then Plymouth 21st in the league on 3 points as well. Poor start for them. But the promotion places, Cardiff City top of the league, expected to be promoted this season. It was either going to be them or Luton that were the 2 favourites. But Luton, as you can see, just outside the playoffs, they're 7th. But Cardiff City top of the championship. Stevenage is 2nd at the moment on 15 points. Bradford City are 3rd on 14. That's a massive club, Bradford City, if they can get back into the championship. Barnsley, their Yorkshire rivals, are 4th. Doncaster Rovers are 5th. And Huddersfield Town are 6th, leaving the playoffs as an all Yorkshire affair. The Yorkshire playoffs. That's what we'll call the League 1 playoffs. Right, that is it from me. See you a little bit later. And hopefully we'll see you later for the Football Fan Show at 7:30 this evening, where we will be live after the Leeds United Manchester United games. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope that you have a brilliant rest of your evening, whatever you're up to, and catch us a little bit later for the Football Fan Show. I would raid somebody, but there is no one streaming the Leeds in English, the Leeds Newcastle game in English. Right, that's it. Bye bye. See you later. Have a good weekend if I don't catch you soon, and we'll see you. Actually, no, we won't see you next weekend because it's an international break. So, sorry, we'll see you in about a fortnight. Bye bye.